Hi everyone, I'm Jen and I'm going to guide you guys through a little stretching stress relief exercise that you can do at your desk. So before we get started, if you do have an office chair that has wheels, just make sure that those wheels are locked or switch your chair out. You also want to just make sure you have enough room around you, so scooting the chair back from your desk a little bit, just so you have enough room to stand up and maybe take a step forward, fold forward, just so you don't hit your head. So we don't want any office injuries here. And also, we are going to do a little just chest opening since we're reaching forward a lot for those computers. So if you have tight shoulders, maybe just grab a hand towel or a dish towel, works fine, just so you can bring the hands closer together during that portion. So take a second, get settled, get ready, and we'll get started. We'll just meet in a seated pose on our chairs, scooting toward the front of the chair, having the feet firmly planted on the ground, and then just bringing your hands to heart center. So palms come together, your thumbs rest kind of in the middle of your chest. And then maybe just closing your eyes here and taking a few deep breaths. So really filling up the lungs, inhaling and exhaling, trying to inhale and exhale through the nose if you can. The most important thing about any yoga practice, stretching, anything throughout your day is just to breathe. So focusing for just a few seconds on that breath, inhaling through the nose, really filling up the lungs as much as you can, expanding through the front and the back ribs, and then exhaling it all out. And when you exhale, squeeze your belly button into your spine to get all of that extra stale air out at the bottom. Just a couple more rounds, inhaling and exhaling. And then on our next inhale, we're going to sweep our arms out and up. So stretch through your fingertips. Maybe your gaze follows. As you exhale again, bring your hands back to heart center. One more time, just like that. Inhale, sweep your arms, really stretch through the fingertips, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders here a couple times, forward and backward. Take your head side to side, and then just shake it out. Start with a little seated cat-cow. So fingertips come behind the ears. Of course, you can do all of this standing. If you need a little break from seated, just go ahead and come to a standing pose. Your feet are right under your hips, or they can be together, whatever makes you feel the most stable. So fingertips come out behind the ears, and then as you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, gaze up. So you're gonna kind of arch your back a little bit, and then as you exhale, round the spine, bring the elbows together in the front. So inhaling to expand, exhaling, bring the elbows together and round your spine. So just a couple rounds with your cat and cow. So either seated or standing. And then when you've done your cat and your cow an equal amount of times, we're going to come to standing. Again, you can always stay seated if that's better for you. We're going to inhale, sweep our arms, gaze follows, grab a hold of that right wrist. I have to bend down a little bit so you guys can see me. And then side bend over to your left. So pulling into the wrist, stretching through the intercostal muscles, is all this side body here. Inhaling back up. And then as you exhale, grab a hold of your left wrist and side bend to the right. So again, you can do this from seated, inhaling, and then exhaling. So just a couple side bends here. It doesn't matter which way you go first, just as long as you feel balanced. So we'll do a couple more rounds with our side bends. And then exhale, roll the shoulders, Shake it out a little bit. So a little neck stretch. Again, you have the option to be seated. You can hover. So if your chair is right here, you can lift your seat off the chair a little bit. That's going to work your lower body a little bit more. Or you can just come to that standing pose with the feet together or hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep your arms. As you exhale, start to hinge at your hips, fold over your legs. So we're going to a forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. So if your hamstrings are tight, just bend your knees. Doesn't matter if your hands touch the ground, but what you want to do here is relax your head and your neck. So just hang like a rag doll. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, sway back and forth. And as you sway back and forth, when you go to your right, take your left elbow away from your body. So that's going to stretch through your back here. Come back through center, and then your right elbow goes away from your body. Or just hang here like a rag doll. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Just let go of any tension here. So let your body just melt down to the mat, or to the floor in this case. On an inhale, we're going to half lift. So press your fingertips into your shins or your thighs. Remember, you can be bent here. And just lengthen your spine. So gaze is down. As you exhale, fold back over. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up again. And then exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders. Moving to a little neck stretch. So if you do have any neck issues, just be very, very careful with that cervical spine here. But our right fingertips are going to go out to the side, so stretch through those right fingertips. And then just a light touch with the left fingertips, kind of right around the right temple. So you're going to press into your left fingertips. Your head is going to go over to your left, and you're stretching out your right arm. So you should feel this all down, maybe even into your bicep. Inhale, come back up, stretch through the fingers. And then exhale, go to the other side. So your left fingertips stretch out, your right fingertips come to your left temple, and just a light little bit of pressure there, stretching through the side of the neck. And just make sure you're breathing. Inhale, sweep the arms. As you exhale, fold over your legs again. So bend your knees as much as you need to when you fold over your legs. And then come to that rag doll again. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. Let your shoulders just melt. And then bend your knees enough so your right fingertips can touch the ground. So your right fingertips are kind of tented, resting on the ground. And as you inhale, your left arm is going to sweep up to the ceiling. So you're pressing into your right fingertips. You're pressing into your feet. You can straighten your knees or just bend your right knee. Bending just the right knee is going to intensify that twist a little bit. You're going to feel it all the way down through here. You can gaze up if that feels good. If you'd like a little bit more of a shoulder stretch, flip your palm. So the back of your palm is going to rest on your back. If you feel stable here and you feel like you can balance, lift the right fingertips and press into that left shoulder, just opening that chest a little bit more, giving you a little bit more of a twist. Just make sure you're breathing. Always want to keep breathing, especially in twists. As you exhale, fold back over your legs. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. Inhale for that half lift, so lengthen your spine, gaze is down. Exhale, fold. I'm going to turn around to show you guys the other side. So this time, our right fingertips were planted last time. This time we want to plant our left fingertips down. So bend both knees or just your left knee. And as you inhale, your right arm sweeps up to the sky. This might be enough for you in your twist. Stay right here. Remember, be kind to your hamstrings. If you like, you can flip your palm so the back part of your palm circles around, rests on your low back. And then if you feel stable, you can bring the left hand to the right shoulder and start to open that chest up just a little bit more. So gaze wherever it feels comfortable. Maybe that's down. Gazing down will give you a little bit more stability in your balance. As you exhale again, fold over your legs. Shake your head no, shake your head yes, roll your shoulders. Inhale for that half lift, lengthen your spine. Press into the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. As you exhale, hands come back to heart center. So if you've been standing and you need a little break, go ahead and sit down on your chair, roll your shoulders, take a breath, whatever you need to do here. So from here, we are going to just try to open up the hips a little bit. So if balance is a challenge for you, make sure that you have something near you that you can hold on to. So that could be your desk. It could be your chair. You can turn it around and use the higher setting. I'm going to do it standing and show you that variation, and then you can figure out what works best for you. So what we're going to do is open up our hip flexors a little bit. So sitting a lot makes those hip flexors a little tight. So we're going to just step our right foot forward, just a little step, and then bend the back knee so the left knee comes down toward the floor. Now if you feel like you need that knee resting on the floor, totally fine. If you want just a little bit more work in those lower part of your body, then keep that knee lifted and then tuck your pelvis. So you want to feel a good stretch through that left hip flexor here. So making sure your right knee is over your right ankle so you're not here. You want to pull that back and keep that good alignment. Roll your shoulders. Feel free to keep your hands on your hips or interlace the fingers at your low back. This is a great place to grab that towel if your shoulders are tight. But what you want to do is squeeze the shoulder blades together, open through the chest, so you're opening through this part of your body and your hip flexor. As you exhale, step the feet together, shake it out a little bit. Bend your knees deeply and fold over your legs. So bringing your hands away from your body as much as it feels good for your shoulders. Remember, you can have the towel here. Keep the hands a little separated. As you exhale, bring the hands back to your body. Release those down. Again, shake your head. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms. Hands come to heart center. Roll your shoulders. So your right foot was forward last time. Make sure your left foot is forward this time. Step the right foot back just a little bit, maybe wiggle it. Then you're going to bend into that back knee. Again, you can rest it down on the floor if you like, or let it hover for a little bit more work here. But make sure, either way, you tuck your pelvis so you're feeling more of an opening through your hip flexor. Keeping the left knee over the left ankle. Roll your shoulders. Interlacing those hands again. I'll show you this time with the towel. So you just take the towel in one hand and then grab a hold with the other wherever it feels good for your shoulders. And then open your chest. So maybe a little back bend here, gazing up. And then as you exhale, step the feet together, shake it out, bend the knees deeply, fold over, letting those hands fall away from the body. On your next exhale, slowly bring the hands back down. Let go of that towel if you had it. Shake your head. Pedal your feet. Release any tension. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. So one more little hip opening. So I'll show you from seated. So if you come to seated, we're going to do a figure 4. So you're going to plant your left foot. Your right ankle is going to come to rest on your left thigh, so above your knee. So you see how my right knee is kind of up, those tight hips. Flex your right foot, and then maybe just press down with your right hand, just gently here, just a little pressure. You should feel this through your outer hip. If you'd like to do that from standing, just come up to that standing position, ground in through your left foot, and then same thing, right foot is going to come above your knee, and then you can start bending into your left knee here to get a little bit more of a stretch. Hands can be at heart center here, or you can interlace those hands again behind your low back. I'll show you from this side. But wherever you are, just take a few breaths. Try to open up through those hips, and then bring the feet together. Sweep your arms. Little side bend, grabbing that right wrist, side bending to the left. Inhaling, maybe a little back bend. Grabbing the left wrist, side bending. And then back to the center. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll come back to that seated. Start here for the figure 4 on the other side. So if your left foot was down last time, make sure your right foot is down this time. And the left ankle comes on top of the right knee. And then you're just going to press just gently into that left knee. So I actually feel this more in my hips when I'm seated as opposed to standing. So it just depends on if you want more of a stretch or if you want more of that strengthening as well with the standing posture. So just make sure you're breathing. And then exhale, let that go. Bring the feet down. Inhale, stand up. Stretch your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take your head side to side. Maybe wiggle your toes. Find your balance here. Breathing in through the nose and deeply out through the nose. If you can close your eyes, close your eyes. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you. I wish you much success, happiness, and peace during this crazy time, and I appreciate you taking the time to stretch with me today. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.